it public. But I think this is the first time I've set it up where I don't need to fiddle about with it for 3 years. Pretty sure I'm in frame. Smashing. How is everybody? I'm very excited to be back on the old YouTube. I'm super like full of something, a cold or something that I caught while we were away. I feel like I got it on the plane home. It was not a vibe. Silly sausages, be sausaging. Correctamundo. She's also brun again. I'm fully brun. There's a few bits at the front where the brown's not taken as much because the hair is just actually deceased. But it's fine. I've got to that stage in the year where it's like about to become autumn and your girl does not want to be spending the next 4 months bleaching her hair every 4 weeks. So the blonde is gone. She says goodbye. I'm sorry. How are we all doing? Oh, why, hello, Mrs. Me, indeed. Wait, this hand. I try not to go on too much about it because I'll go on about it in the first few reactions that I've done, so apologies for that. Oh, it's live now, Jessa. Yeah, oh, right, that's what you meant. Sorry, I literally just saw your message on Instagram. Yes, it's alive. You can schedule lives to not be public. So guys, basically what I did was I set this all up. I actually, for me, a few hours in advance, I made a thumbnail for my lives because I always forget. And I was like, I'm going to schedule it. It'll be all set up for 8 o'clock. I'll put an alarm on, did all of the above, and then left it on unlisted, which means no one can see it aside from me. So I was literally just about to go live, and then I realised I couldn't find it on my laptop. Jessie sent me a message being like, hey girl, where's the video? So back to my usual ways. I've got my contacts in too, so I can hopefully see some more of your comments a little bit more easier, but my eyes might look a little bit bloodshot since I literally put them in 3 minutes before I decided to go live. Hello, Shelf, looking fabulous. About time I rocked up, about time indeed, to be honest with you. I was here, I was ready, I was present, 8 p.m. Didn't make the video live, so. I'm checking everything, place is a mess. I'm cleaning everything, place is a mess. This house was, listen, my dogs, you've seen them, if you're not new here, you've seen them. The way they shed hair around my home is a next level, like, I love them to bits, but it's a next level annoyance. And when we came home, love my little sister and everything, but you know, she'd just not been quite as on top of it as like maybe I perhaps usually would be. And there was hair everywhere, and there still continues to be hair everywhere. You're looking like you've been on an adventure. I have been on an adventure. Guys, my time away was so much fun. I wish that I was like a proper vloggy girly girl so that I could like properly vlog it and like share it all with you. I got a few clips, I got a few videos. I had the best time in Corfu. So gonna go back there. The place, the town we went is called Pelikas. Oh my god, so stunning, so gorgeous. Then we went to Athens for a day, which was great and everything, okay? It was great. It was great. But it was so warm and like, you know, your girl was like a little bit partial to a little bit of, you know, fake tan here and there. But what she actually is under any fake tan is an Irish, through and through, English Irish girly girl with pale skin and a low tolerance to heat when it comes down to it. My life, it was amazing. Like the history of it was absolutely amazing, and so glad we went. But we must have gone on like one of the hottest days of the goddamn year. It was like 42 degrees. This girl has never seen 42 degrees literally in her life, mate. Never in her life. I drank more water in that one day than I think I've drank in a whole month before, like water by itself. You guys know me, I'm always drinking a cup of tea, which allegedly doesn't count. But that day, I think I drank like 5 bottles of water in the space of 3 hours. It was a tough one. My YouTube breakup is over. Hey guy, lovely to see you, my lovely. Let me go through some of you guys' comments because I just hate it when I miss a few, because you know how I ramble. You all know how I ramble. Hope Mr. Elf is doing well. He is. He's out at the minute. Otherwise, I would have clawed him in and been like, show your face. You are now my husband. You are contractually obliged to do the things that I say. Mwahahaha. One day I'll grab him on. You must have felt like such a loner. Rude. So what's new, Tashbo? What, the hair is new, I suppose. We can go for the hair. The hair is new. I've got actually a few new lights for the studio. That's new. I've got a moonlight. It's literally just a little tiny ball that looks like the moon. It's gonna go in the back there for Halloween. Other than that, not too much. I've been thinking about outfits to get for Rodney for Halloween season, obviously. That's like the main crux of like what's new here, what's going on, what thoughts am I having, what outfits can I whack on our Rodders for Halloween. I'm gonna get him like a pillowcase, draw some eyes on it, make him a wee goosty for one of many reactions. Do you know, I was actually like, it was like I came back to a missing limb when I came back from my honeymoon and saw Rodders in here. And then I felt a little bit tight that I'd left him in there all by himself. I didn't even get anyone to check in on him while I was away. I'm a terrible Rodney friend. Terrible. Please don't call the Rodney equivalent of the RSPCA on me. Natasha, hottie with the beauteous brunette head of hair. Thank you very much. This is all in aid of me not having to diet for the next 4 months while it's winter. This is pretty close to my natural hair colour. I will say this has got like, for anyone that cares, it's got like a warmish tone to it, which is, it's not super warm, but compared to like my brown is quite a cool, you know, Irishy cool brown. Bond girl coming out of the sea cosplay was great. Well, thank you very much. Oh, I had the best time. I really just want to go back. I honestly, coming back to the UK just really reaffirms to me how much I do actually want to spend like some of my time not in the UK, like throughout the year, hopefully for the rest of my life. We love Barcelona. Barcelona is like one of our favourite cities in the whole wide world, and we'd love to spend quite a bit of time there. We're probably going to look over the next decade to maybe like get a small dwelling out in Barcelona and have maybe sell our house and get a smaller dwelling here and a smaller dwelling there. Honestly, I would just like, if I could afford, rent an Airbnb at this point and just live there, you know, because it's like beautiful. How do I put this? My fashion sense, yeah, fits in Spain. My tops, you know, call me out if you want, but literally most of them are like crop tops, half a t-shirt. Half a t-shirt in the UK, yeah, outside. No wonder I'm a recluse. I can't even bother going outside there in my regular clothes that I'd like to call fashionable. If you do see me outside of my home, you will see me in a cap, a big coat, joggers, jeans, my cargo pants with a pair of wellies, or a pair of trainers that I'm willing to get totally dirty because I'm just walking my dogs. That's what I'm doing outside the home. Hello from Texas, Natasha. I hope you're well. Thank you so much, Ted. Thank you. That's so lovely of you. Let me just hang on. I can give it a little boop. I think it'll come up on there too. I don't want to press it on the phone actually because it might like take off the one that I did on there. You never know. I don't know because I'm, you know, as you all know, I'm terrible with technology. What are you doing for Halloween? So there's a few movies coming up for Halloween. I've got a little list of them here. I'll share them with you guys in a minute. And then personally, I'm invited to one Halloween party, so I'm off there. We have done, I think, a Halloween thing at our house for the past few years. And this year I'm feeling like, because I'm going to be spending so much time watching scary films, thrillers, one movie that I chose myself, which is definitely not spooky or a thriller, it's a Disney film. But other than that, you know, I'm going to leave the spookiness to everyone else's homes and visit them, I think, this year. I'm hoping I get trick-or-treaters this year. We get candy in every year, like we get like little grab bags of like sweets or whatever. Not one kid in the 6 years I've lived here has come up to our home trick-or-treating. Not one. It does say beware of the dogs on the gate, right? But you can see over the gate. Even kids can see over the gate. Like, you can go like, no dogs, I can enter. It's just like, be aware of them. Like, they might be there. They might be there, you know, if they're in the garden. So maybe that's why. So maybe we just need to get like a cover for my beware of the dog sign for Halloween and get like trick or treaters welcome sign. I don't know. But the kids look adorable in the little outfits. Not one single one of them has come to my door in 6 years. Tell me Dreamscape is on your list. Actually, it's not, but let me just... This is what my pens are for. They're for writing down suggestions. Let me write it in the back of here. Dreamscape, did it say? Dreamscape. I am currently editing The Hobbit at the minute. That's what I am doing. That's what I'll be doing when I get off this live stream, having some dinner, editing some more of The Hobbit. I honestly, this is the first time I have gone away like on a holiday, on a break from work, and actually been excited to come back and do some work. Like the first job I've actually ever had where I've been like, I actually can't wait to get back and do work. You know why? Because my work is watching things. I mean, the editing too, that you guys know I do all the editing myself. I have like one guy that sometimes helps me as and when I can afford. But like 95% of it comes from me. I've even been looking forward to the editing. Just like sitting, being at one with myself and editing like my videos. Because I think I've gotten to this point as well where I've still not like disassociated like me, as in just me, Natasha, from like the YouTuber Natasha. So when I'm watching and like editing stuff, I really don't cringe that much anymore because it doesn't feel like I'm watching myself. I'm just like have this process in my head of like how this needs to go and what needs to be done in order to complete a video. If that makes sense to anyone. I definitely have dog hair on my lips. Baloo, curse you, my son. They're all over here as well. If you can see them on the chair, I do apologize. Oh, what was Kyle doing? Bye, Kyle. Is Haworth anywhere near you? I'm sure it is, actually. Isn't Haworth in... I don't know. My geography is terrible, but it rings a bell, and also it's my grandma's maiden name, but also the place, the name of the place rings a bell, so potentially, but also depending on what you think is close. Maybe not. Beware of the friggin' burrs of the bears. Hey Natasha, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Was just coming home from jogging. 3 miles, 9 total today. You go, Sean. You freaking go, Sean, with your jogging 9 miles today. Girl, I could never. No. I went for breakfast today. I had French toast, bacon, maple syrup. That was my exercise for today. I walked to and from the car park to the breakfast place and back to the car park. I still think you make a great pixie with the dragonfly wings and maybe a wand. I think so, absolutely, as well, to be frank. Let's get that sorted out. Pixie Natasha is down to clown for me. I loved your honeymoon. Oh, you loved your honeymoon. Hope it was fun as it looked. Oh, thank you, Gail. That's so sweet of you. Hang on, let me just give you a little boop of the love. Oh no. There we go. I almost nearly blocked the comment. That would have been horrendous, wouldn't it? That would have been me all over though, let's face it. Thank you so much, my lovely. I hope you're okay. I'm really looking forward to getting back to like chatting to you all again as regularly as I was before I went away. It did feel like, and I mean, thankfully, gloriously, it felt like I was away for a long time. And it does feel really nice to be back seeing you all again. I wasn't going to do a live this weekend because I do have so much editing to do. But I thought, you know what? Screw it. For an hour. Screw it. Oh, yeah, where the bronze... Yes. It's not far. It's not far. Now that you've said that, yes, I know. Yeah, it's not too far from where I live. Just wanted to say your Disney Princess cosplay looks glamorous. Thank you so much. Honestly, I miss it a little bit. One of my friends was asking me about that today. She was asking me about my work and things like that and asked me if I'm still doing the parties and stuff. And I haven't done anything since Christmas last year. I have been asked to do a Christmas light switch on this year to follow up one that we did last year. I haven't gone back to that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I'm not sure if perhaps I'll just spend a few hours in Manchester Children's Hospital and do a few sort of in-house calls there this year. I have a contact there, so we can because we're DBS checked and things like that and insured, of course, go in. I still have my business insurance. Everything's still set up that I can actually do business. I've just not been doing any of that business. But it's all still set up so I can legally and safely go in and maybe just do a few of those visits. The year previous, we did a few home visits for children that Manchester Children's Hospital had put us in touch with that had life-limiting illnesses. A few of them unfortunately weren't going to make it till Christmas. It was like 2 weeks before Christmas, and a few of these kids had a couple of days left to live. And honestly, at this point, like, especially at my age, because I've kind of like aged out of it now, that's the kind of work that I think I would rather do when it comes to like cosplaying the princesses now. I think I'm probably at the stage where I don't need to do the parties anymore. I've done hundreds, if not thousands of them. And I'm in my YouTube era. Let's see how long it lasts. I'm going soon to start with 30, then build up to £90. Rucking is what you do in the army. I honestly have no idea what that is, but feel free to explain it to me, Sean. Hello from Chicago. Hello. Isn't that mad? It just kind of freaks me out. It amazes me and freaks me out like on a daily basis, like a proper grandma like I am, that people are literally all over the world just like watching me right now. Like right now you're watching me. I am. So weird. Have you already seen Sopranos? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And honestly, thank God I've already seen Sopranos, my guys, because it's literally taken me long enough to get through Breaking Bad. Let's face it, if I had to do Sopranos, we'd be here for the next 12 years. I loved it though. Loved Sopranos so much. I watched it late though. Like I only watched it, I think I watched it during COVID. Yeah, I did watch it late. It was something that Jason put me on to because he loved Sopranos and he'd watched like episodes like again and again kind of thing. Yeah, and then one day he was just like, "Do you want to watch this?" I was like, "Yeah, go on then." And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Oh, thank you, Luke. And like, thank you for being here. You're such a lovely person. You're always in the comments, always in the live chat, and I really, really appreciate it. After Breaking Bad, will you be going back to just movies for a while? Probably, depending on sort of like what's out, if there is a demand from subscribers for TV shows at that point, because it's going to take like who knows how much longer to get through Breaking Bad. I love it though. It is such a good TV show. I do just need to get to be able to watch things more. I'll let you know, listen, this is a bit of a day in the life of me, right? For example, this week one day I recorded Breaking Bad, and on that same day I uploaded the footage to my laptop. I do like what I call like the minimal cuts of the intro and the outro, which is without like any effects or cutting in or anything like that. It's just like a basic, this is the main chunk of what I want to keep in the intro and the outro. Then like usually the next day I'll get around to then doing the cut-ins, making it into a full-length reaction. I also then want to film something else and edit other things at the same time. So usually in a week I can only get like 3 things watched and 3 things edited, as long as they're not over more than like an hour and a half-ish long. So with The Hobbit this week, I can only do 1 movie, even though it'll be in 2 parts, so it's 2 things. Breaking Bad. So Breaking Bad is on Patreon and YouTube memberships right now, the early access for the YouTube cut and for the full-length reaction. And hopefully, The Hobbit Part 1 will be on tomorrow afternoonish and Part 2 the day after. And then I'll figure out sort of timeline when I'll put those onto YouTube, just because I want to make sure that my memberships and my Patreons get the stuff at least 24 hours in advance. Otherwise, in the nicest way, like, I understand it's not worth paying for early access if you don't get it. So I hope my YouTube guys that don't pay for early access are okay with that. But yeah, at the minute, I would love to just be sat watching things all day. But even then, you guys know that I do like cosplays or like whatever, and I struggle with technology, and I go off my phone, so I have to then like transfer files over and delete things so I can keep going. It's a whole freaking time. So if I had a full-time editor, which like one day I will have, I'll be able to get so much more done and get so much more ahead and maybe have like a little bit of time for myself. But at the minute, it's a job that I love, so I don't want to complain or anything like that. What am I pressing here? I'm trying to read comments and I'm pressing shite. Have you reacted to James Bond? No, I haven't. And I've seen a couple of the early James Bonds with my dad when I was a bit like teenage years. And I think I've seen one or two of the latest James Bonds with Mr. Blue Eyes. What's he called? You know. Oh, Daniel Craig? Daniel Craig. I've seen a couple of his. But could I tell you what happens? No. No. So I could watch them again for the channel because I couldn't tell you a thing what happens in any of them. They're just like the spy movies, aren't they? So like there's always a Bond girl and they always fall for him, and like he has a drink that's shaken and not stirred. You know, I get the main vibe. Ever thought about playing story games? I don't know what that is or what that means, but do explain. Especially after some crazy girl said the opposite in real life. Oh, she cried. Same, Luke. I tried to get this one girl safely home, but she kept running away from me, and it was completely ridiculous. Can't be chivalrous anymore. Guys, if anyone's up for any entertainment, Jesse, drop your Instagram in the chat. He loves to he's a real comical genius in his stories, let me just tell you that much. You're all welcome if he drops his Instagram. If you don't, I'll just drop it in before the end. It got banned. Stay away from me, guys. Literally. You remind me of a Bond girl because of your sweet accent. I find that, honestly, the cutest thing in the whole wide world, that anyone would say to me that Natasha Summers, has a cute accent, because I can't quite explain to you how my accent to me literally sounds like hell. It is like a small miracle that I actually do make it through my full-length reactions, like in my YouTube edits, actually editing them, because I actually do hate the sound of my own voice. Sorry, just let me fix myself. You guys don't mind, do you? My pants are just deciding to like right up to my little titties. And it's not a vibe. I do find in this seat though, I fall into it, like I slouch down really far into it. It's really not good for my posture. Might have to fix up some new pillows for this seat for videos going forward. Lovely cup. Thank you. It's Moana. I mean, you probably saw it. It is one of my favourite mugs. It's actually very sought after in the Disney mug community. Just in case anyone was wondering. Oh, it is a wonder that absolutely any single one of you is subscribed to me. Let me tell you that much. Just nearly dropped my cup of tea. Stay. But really though, it is a small miracle at this point. Kiss, kiss, band, band. Sorry, didn't understand anything you said then. Do you know what? Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Because sometimes I actually need to calm down in my life and soul and think and articulate my words. Never mind with your jokes now. Never mind with your jokes. No, but sometimes I really do speak too fast, and it's the Northern Irish and the Mancunian in me. It's not the best accent to like, and the peoples to have mashed together, I won't lie. Honestly. What about the little titties? What a demon spawn of a cup is that? What are you talking about? Look, I mean, I'm not being funny, yeah? That's craftsmanship if I ever seen it. Made in Taiwan, sure. Mass produced, sure. But, yeah, oh, Oh, thank you. If you think this is bad, below the shelf that you guys can't see, there is literally a shelf full of Disney inspired mugs. Full. Like this one. Like not quite like this one, but kind of like this one. Where they're like big and they have like a handle that's like specific to the character that the cup's based on. Listen, I can't help it if I appreciate fine art. I hope we finish Breaking Bad before GTA 6. Well, when will that be? When will that be? Let me know. No, it's part of your charm. We foreigners just go, haha, that sounded funny. Oh, is there like, I wonder, I actually don't know. Can you get like subtitles when you're watching this? Does it do automatic subtitles or no? I don't know if that's like an option I need to press before going live, or if it's something you guys can do actually. Might be helpful. Oh, you guys need to come for the Hobbit, part 2 especially. At the end, I give you all a real extra special treat. And that's as sneaky as I'll go with it. But I give you all a real extra special, beautiful treat of a treat. That's all you need to know. Don't go, I'm going to spill it. No. That's all you need to know. You have to wait till after the credits. Come and see it. You're welcome. Okay. That's all. You can probably find some sort of software to do that on Google, to be honest. Probably, Jessie. Probably. I love how you still comment, like, with these suggestions, which I love, FYI. But I like how you comment them as though, like, that'll be something I would be able to figure out. No, one of these days, actually, I'm going to spend a whole few days just trying to get my head around terminology for, like, different things and different softwares and different platforms that I can use for like streaming and filming and my audio, for God's sake, my absolute audio when I film. At this point, yeah, I just decided to be, I've honestly just decided to be like, it is what it is. Whatever you get is actually whatever you get at this point, because I don't think any single one of you, right? Not one of you has watched my videos and thought, the audio is so good on this. You can tell that she spent time on this audio because it's so good. Not one of you has. I'm not saying like loads of you have complained about it, but I'm telling you now, not one of you has been like, that was the best audio I've ever heard in a YouTube video. Because, listen, here's the thing though, I actually do spend, what, a good hour just like toggling through different options on Premiere Pro, hoping, praying, like doing a freaking rain dance that it's going to turn out to be good audio. It never is. It never is. So at this point, I've got like a preset for Premiere Pro, and it's just like that's the preset we're all gonna get. That whatever's picked up on this freaking mic, it's staying on the same audio gain on that mic, which does nothing. I don't think it does anything because it's plugged into my phone. So like I feel like my phone has just got basic bitch settings, and that's what it runs on, and then I have to do extra legwork in Premiere Pro. I tried to go on like, what's it called? I don't know. I don't know. A couple of the audio softwares that you guys will know the names of. I downloaded them. I tried to use them. They didn't work. I don't know what to say. They don't work. / I don't know how to work them. And I plugged in my mic to like both of these different softwares, and it kept like cutting out when I got above a certain volume, and like I googled the shit out of it, and I watched YouTube videos, and I did the things the YouTube videos tell me to do, which half of them I swear were just clickbait, and they're not even really telling you the actual solution to the problem, because if they were, surely I would have the solution to the problem. No. It just doesn't work. So frankly, I think I need a better microphone, but who knows? At this point, who knows? Yep, Audacity. That's the one. That's the one. I tried. I can't tell the difference between your audio and someone who's tried. Oh, well, thanks. I think that is A compliment, but I don't know. I'm also heavily tired. I've had some flu cold for the past week. The past two things that I filmed, honestly, I was almost on death's door in terms of wanting to actually cough my lungs up. I'm pretty proud of myself that I've made it this far through this live without chuffing up a lung. The audio on here, though, just in case anyone's wondering, the audio for this right now is just my iPhone. And because it's a bit closer, I feel like maybe it's not as bad, but it's further away when and it's like on, on its side when I film for the reaction content. And to me, it just doesn't sound as good. Do you know what? Maybe I just do go back to that. Do me a favor, guys. Go back and watch the first few videos of mine, like the first few Breaking Bad. And I think the first Lord of the Rings, maybe not. Just go back and watch them and let me know if the audio is literally better or worse than it is in the recent ones. And if it's literally worse than the recent ones, I'm just scrapping that goddamn mic and just doing it on the phone. Apparently iPhone 16 has a really good audio recorder. Awesome. Do you know what? My phone's due for renewal, I think, in the next few months. So maybe that's just like the vibe. It was a compliment. I'm sorry for wording that. No. Don't be sorry for wording it like a kind of way. Just be sorry that you aimed it at me because my brain couldn't process it. It's nothing to do with you, babe. Oh, me too. In fact, I almost turned the PC off, but feeling better. I guess that's thanks to a good she-elf vibes. I do try. I was going to grab an elf ear then, but I can't. They're over there. It's too far away. You'll get to see it very soon. I got my best Galadriel self on for the last Hobbit movie. Just arrived. Brunette, nah, it's me. It's back to my natural ways. I don't know how long it's going to last for. I was out for breakfast with my friend this morning, and I said to her, I was like, oh yeah, I'm back brown. And she was like, oh, I love your natural hair colour. I like it best. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it for a good while now. And she just looked at me and she was like, yeah, that's what you say every time. Which is true. It is what I say every goddamn time. I just get bored. I get really bored. You look better, brunette, now. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, because I was having like second thoughts the second that I put the brown on all of my hair and got rid of all the blonde completely. I was having a small little crisis to myself, because that blonde is hard to get, especially when you are naturally brunette. That blonde is so chuffing hard to get. My poor hair and my poor scalp have been through a time this past 6 months. Damn, missed the beginning. Don't worry about it. You're here now, pal. The end of it's probably going to be just about the same. No, it's her evil twin sister. Oh, that's like a really good excuse though. Maybe like I get a blonde wig and do all my reactions in that, and then every now and again just come in my normal hair like this and claim it's my evil twin sister, and then I can be cheekier. Agree, you do look better as a brunette. Oh, thank you. It's a lot less hassle for me. So that's a pro. You should cosplay as Arwen. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. You look lovely anyway, but I liked blonde better. That's fair, Luke. And to be honest with you, when it comes round to like, I want to say April next year, I'll probably be feeling the exact same way. Yeah, natural suits you better. I like it. Oh, well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better about it. Honestly, like, I'm looking at, I kind of can see myself in the camera just now. I feel a bit better about it than I did yesterday when I dyed it. For the first, like, few hours, I was catching myself in mirrors going around the house and being like, ooh, is that a bit dark? What are you thinking after watching The Hobbit? Do I divulge some of that now? Do I divulge how I am-ish feeling after I watched the last Hobbit? No, we do need some brunette Natasha emojis. Coming soon. Coming soon. Is Mr. Summers behaving himself, by the way? He is. I would say on the most part. you know, I'll keep a list anyway for things that he does wrong and, you know, approach him at the end of every working week and see how we can improve for the coming weeks ahead, you know? As we all do. Ooh, I was made in April. Hey, good for you. April's a lovely month. Here he is, the pest himself. I'm funny. Alien is coming. That is one of the movies. In fact, I'll tell you guys what movies I'm thinking of doing for Halloween, which will be starting to getting filmed next week. Let's get to where I've written them down. Okay, so these are suggestions from Patreon. Let me get a drink. Aw, you're not here for the hair colour, but the personality. That works for me. Okay, let's put this on here. So, these are suggestions from my Patreon members, and I think a couple from YouTube memberships as well, but my bulk of like my supporters from outside of YouTube are over on Patreon. I appreciate you guys obviously so much for being over there. It genuinely really helps. You guys know obviously how it helps, but it does help. So I appreciate you guys for being over there. So for October, these are the films that I'm thinking are going to be the ones that we go for, and I'm due to start filming next week. Looking forward to the YouTube edit of the next Hobbit, by the way. Thank you, Gare. I'm hoping to get them out ASAP. Usually with Warner Brothers stuff, shit gets claimed. Shit gets claimed every single damn time. So I'm hoping they can go on soon. If you guys are on Patreon or YouTube memberships, what is good about that now is that I can do the full length reactions. I can do the YouTube edit. And even if that YouTube edit gets claimed for copyright, as long as it's not like a bad copyright claim, I can still give that like what is my essential full YouTube edit original version to the Patreon members and the YouTube memberships, which is great for you guys because honestly it means you will get stuff ahead of schedule. If it gets claimed, I can actually just leave it up there. Sometimes when it gets claimed, it doesn't affect your channel. You can still put it out as long as you don't want to be monetized. For the YouTube memberships and for Patreon, they don't need to be monetized, so it's going to be quicker to get that stuff out there. It's just for the YouTube edits when you want monetization. They're not a fan of reaction channels, let me tell you. Natasha, have you ever dressed as Princess Leia? Yeah! What do you mean? What do you mean? You know what, pal? Your Saturday night is sorted. Go to my videos. You'll find a girl in various layer outfits. Right, back to this. This is what I'm doing. Stop getting distracted. Movie suggestions for October. In no particular order. Let me know how you guys feel about this. Although these are Patreon suggestions, so either way, chances are I'm still going to do them. But if you guys give me a suggestion and it's like, you guys are telling me, this is trash, don't do it, I might not do it. So, and this is like not to say I'm not going to do any more like thrillers, scary movies or anything like that throughout like the next year or whenever. This is just because, you know, October's coming up. Scream. Never seen Scream. The first Scream movie. That's on there. Scary movie. And then I was suggested to watch Scream before watching the first scary movie because there's context. Let me know if that's the lie. But that's what I was told. So probably Scream before Scary Movie. I've seen Scary Movie once. I know it's a comedy, like a parody or whatever. I saw it once when I was like 12. And when I say I did not know it was a comedy, I literally spent the whole time with my head under a blanket with my ears closed like this, literally for like, what, an hour and a half. Because like my friends were laughing and I just wasn't getting it. I thought they were laughing at me. They were just laughing at the movie. So that too. Addams Family. I know, again, not particularly scary. I think Addams Family is funny-ish, right? I feel like I will have seen an Addams Family movie at some point in my life. I just don't really remember them. Alien movies. I'm going to try and get at least 1 and 2 filmed. Don't know if they'll both come in October. Maybe one will be in November. Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein have both been suggested. Let me know which is better, which is worse, if they're both trash. The Crow, which allegedly is horrible. That's been suggested. The Mummy, which I feel like I almost have to watch The Mummy for the channel, even though, again, not super scary. The reason why some of my Patreon members suggested this was because I was terrified by it as a kid, The Mummy. I think I watched it maybe when I was like 11, and I was literally traumatized about like beetles going up in my skin, like crawling into my skin or something. And I literally slept with my blanket over my head for like 5 months because I was scared a bug was gonna like crawl in my ear and eat my brain. I don't even remember what scene that's from in The Mummy, but I still know it must happen. It must. And then potentially Hocus Pocus, which is my choice, FYI. So a lot of movies. There's no other TV shows now that I'm doing sort of for the next few months, so I'm going to be able to heavily focus on movies. So fingers crossed I'll get a bunch out. You never know. Let me see what you guys just thought. Sorry, I'm just going right out of shot, aren't I? Let me just put this here and it might be easier. Dreamscape, guys, let's brainstorm. What could lead her to Pippin face? Rocky Horror. I've heard of Rocky Horror, and I think I've heard of some of the music that's in it, but I've never seen it before. Have you watched The Crow? No, but did you hear? That is one of the suggestions. Conan the Barbarian. The Mummy is good. It's so, yeah, 2000s, but it's good. I love, like, I can remember really liking the aesthetic of it, and I've seen pictures of characters from The Mummy since, and it's like a vibe, you know? I feel like the fashion, the whole location, the set, I would have loved to have been there. Brendan Fraser. Oh yeah, he is in The Mummy, isn't he? I forgot about that. Good old Brendan Fraser. I haven't seen his movie The Whale, just because like it seemed like it was going to be traumatizingly sad. So I haven't tried that yet. Might try that for the channel, not for Halloween or whatever, but at some point. Please watch the Back to the Future trilogy. That is such a good suggestion. I'll definitely be doing that at some point. The Thing, 1982, is one of the best practical effects horror movies ever made. The Thing, do you know what? I think that was actually suggested a little bit as well. I got so many suggestions on Patreon. Mummy is famous for bad CGI. Right up my street then. You should watch a terror about Franklin expedition. Oh. I second The Thing. Scary though. Oh, there's more suggestions for The Thing. The Shining. The Shining. Let's put this back up here now. The Shining, right? I watched that in uni, right? I watched that in uni. What a waste of my time. What a waste of my time. What was that film? Put your hands in the air if you thought The Shining was a good film. Maybe it's too cult for me. Maybe it's too classic. Maybe it's too genius for my little pea brain, right? But I can remember being infinitely annoyed after watching that film and thinking, what have I just wasted my time on? I think I predicted like everything that was happening like every 3 minutes. And then the end, look how annoyed I'm getting. I can like not even remember the film, but I can remember the emotion I felt at the end of it. The end, they're going to a maze or something. Something's happening. And I just called exactly what was happening. And it really annoyed me. And then like, I just feel like it ended terrible too. And then I was just left sat wondering how I'm going to get that time back. You know? That was a thriller. But then again, you know, total disclosure, I do spend most of my thrillers when I'm watching them with people like this, with my fingers in my ears and like hiding from it. So maybe I missed a few excellent bits, but I feel like for that one, yeah, I tried to pay attention and it annoyed the balls out of me at the end. The Conjuring, or is that too heavy? I've heard of The Conjuring. I feel like I can maybe watch some of these films. It's gonna have to be like, maybe I can watch them at like 6 a.m, you know? when I'm not quite awake enough to like really process exactly what's happening. So I can deal with the trauma a bit easier when it's really bright outside. What about the Harry Potter franchise? I am going to be doing the Harry Potter franchise for Christmas. So, I've seen all of the Harry Potter movies. I've seen them multiple times. I will be coming in cosplay. I will be reciting all of the movies. I can probably just act it out for you if you guys want, you know, instead of even bothering putting the movie on. I can just do that for you guys. But I will be doing them for the Christmas period. I'm hoping to have a kind of like advent calendar thing going on for December for you guys. So I need to get a lot of filming and editing done in November for that. But yeah, I'm hoping to fill it with Christmas movies and just like my favourite movies to watch around Christmas time. And obviously, the Harry Potter movies are right up there with the movies that I love to watch at Crimbo. Yes, watch The Conjuring, Annabelle, The Nun, Sinister, Insidious. I feel like, yeah, because I've got pals that do like to watch scary films. I feel like every single film I've just read off then is meant to be horrendous. Like, y'all don't know me. Awesome. I still haven't moved from Harry Potter. See them a couple of times a year. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't believe there's a time when I'm actually gonna move on from Harry Potter. There's meant to be on Amazon Prime doing a TV series. That'll be amazing if they do it right. Gotta do Die Hard. Oh, yeah, isn't there like a thing about like whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or isn't a Christmas movie? Isn't that a thing? What about the It's movies? Never seen. Have never seen. But, you know, willing to take all these suggestions in hand. Your girl is very much up for, you know, doing and watching the things that you guys like to watch as well. I would like to input a few movies that I have watched before over sort of like the next 12 months, just so you guys can sort of see and interact with me the way that I watch movies that are my favourites, as well as stuff that I haven't seen before. I think probably stuff that I haven't seen before is going to be the overwhelming majority of what's on the channel. No one moves on from Harry Potter. It's a forever part of everyone's life, much like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Truth. Truth. Just truth. I will be bringing Star Wars back as well. I think that'll be in November as well. I'm just waiting. Honestly, at the minute, I have one outfit sorted for the first Star Wars, which is just a closet cosplay that I'm throwing together. And I know you guys are going to be like, don't worry about it. You don't have to cosplay for every movie. I know. I know. But here's the thing, it's kind of for me as well. So for the other two, I want to get a couple of costumes in from Costa UK, who are the company that are sponsoring the Beetlejuice outfit and the finale House of the Dragon, which is being shipped, God bless, at the end of next week. They've been waiting so long to get that to me, but they're coming, and so I want to order a few costumes from my wish list from them as well for the other two Star Wars movies. So I'm waiting a little bit before I can sort of afford, if you like, to get them for the channel. It's going to take a couple of months just because I had those 11-12 days off. It's kind of really fucked with my schedule. So your girl is poor for the next couple of months, okay? The cosplays are going to be super duper budget McGee. But for what I can do, I absolutely will, because I love doing them too. It's for you and me. Yeah, comes out in 2026. No way, actually. No way. For some reason, I mean, that's still 2 years away, but for some reason, I thought it would be longer than that. Did you ever get around to watching Passengers? No, I'm sorry. When you've been banned from international travel, you shall not passport. There it is. You've made me cough. You tickled it right out of me. Oh, we love a good dad joke round here, you know. But honestly, when I do cough, and I probably will do like a huge cough when I finish this live stream, it sounds like I'm about to cough up a lung at the minute. The Lost Boys, yes. I've heard that has been suggested. Your I Was Mauled by a Bear cosplay is on point tonight. Thank you! I tried. So rude. Honestly, I love pants with tears in them. My grandma hates them. She can't like get on board. She doesn't understand. She's just like, these are just broken pants. They want to go in the bin. When I first went round to her house with a pair of torn jeans on, she was like, excuse me? She's like, you paid for them to be like that? I'm like, yeah. Yes, I did. I don't have enough adventures where I get my own tears in my jeans, so I have to pay for them to be pre-torn. I will say, these are more torn than they probably were when I got them. Probably a lot more, to be fair, because I sit like this a lot with my legs crossed, so my knee's been like pulling the tear down. Sorry guys, I'm leaning so far forward. This eye as well, the contact in this eyeball is giving me right jip. You and Mr. Summers have to go to Canada. Oh, I absolutely love to go to Canada one day. I really, really would. Might be a dumb question. I'm not being rude, but is there a reason you stream in portrait? Yes, there is a reason I stream in portrait. Allegedly, apparently, could be an absolute lie. It's better to stream in a portrait for like the YouTube algorithm, even though like most videos on YouTube are landscape. For lives, it is allegedly better if you do it in portrait, because your live stream is then suggested in like the short section for people. So you basically get like suggestions on the main YouTube page for the algorithm, and then you do occasionally pop up in people's shorts bit. So that's why I do it. There might be a time, honestly, like where I probably will switch over to doing it landscape when I have sort of like enough subscribers and enough people that want to join in like every Saturday or every other Saturday for the live streams, where I don't really need the little boost from the YouTube algorithm. But while I'm still a little small creator of a girly whirly, I do them in portrait because apparently, take that with a pinch of salt, it's better. Dead and loving it. Stick to the path. I'm hoping, guys, by the way, I've got a little goal for the end of the year. Don't know if I'll get there, but my goal for the end of the year is to hit 15,000 subscribers. Fingers crossed. I'm at 13.5 right now, which honestly, we all know is an absolute small miracle. Yay, woohoo, all of you. Thank you so much. So maybe not to 15 by the end of the year. A couple of weeks ago, I was having a right delusional state. I was like, ooh, maybe I could get to 20,000 by the end of the year. Maybe not, like in the nicest way. Maybe not. But 15,000, wow. If I put out some good content over the next 3 months, I can hopefully gain another 1.5 subscribers and keep the other 13.5 that are currently here with me. You never know. Oh, 13.5, congrats. Thank you so much. I still think that's absolutely ludicrous. I was talking to my friend today, just asking about like what I've been doing with YouTube. And I was really telling her, I was like, girl, I thought it would take me a year. Like, people don't believe me, but like, and then like her partner was asking like, how do you sort of like get going with it, and like how do you get subscribers and stuff, and I was just like, fucked if I know. Like, you get your iPhone out, you film something, you poorly edit a few things on iMovie before you move on to Premiere Pro, and then you hope and pray. Speaking of slaughtered lambs, Silence of the Lambs is a must-watch classic. Yeah. 100k, imagine. Imagine. I'm really thinking about starting one, in fact. Do it, Luke. Do it. I would honestly suggest it to anyone, because I wanted to make a YouTube channel for so long before actually like getting the gumption to do it this year. And I was actually watching like a couple of the intros of like my first videos from this year. And I just want to thank all of you, honestly, especially for making me feel comfortable enough to be more myself. Way more of like an awkward, silly sausage. but more confident and more comfortable enough in myself to like stream on a Saturday and just like make the videos in general. Because when I watched the first few intros of my first videos, I'm like, oh, God bless me, I can see, because I know me, I can see through my eyes like how nervous and how like cringed out I was by even sitting in a chair and like talking to a camera when there's nobody there. It can be really daunting, and that's like with anything that you want to do on YouTube. It's not just reaction stuff. Like anything you do on YouTube, unless you're just doing like ASMR where you just see like your hands or some shit, I don't know. But for everything else, like you do have to present in some kind of way, and it can be really daunting. But I wish I did it sooner. I really do wish I did it sooner. So anyone that wants to start a YouTube channel, just go ahead and do it. Just do it. You never know. You never know. You don't, because I didn't. I'm so cute. I'm acting literally like I've got like 12 billion subscribers, but like 13.5 thousand people, yeah, 1,000 have gone, I'll subscribe to that, which is almost criminal. You were too far away from your camera in your first vid. Oh, I probably was. Do you know what? No, I probably wasn't too far away from it at all, Jessie. I think I was really close to it. In my first one, I actually think I was pretty close to it. It's just that bad of a video and just that bad audio. I'm trying to think now. The room was like, this is like this room I'm in, if anyone cares, is like a rectangle. And I'm at the bottom of the rectangle. That's where I film now. When I first started, I had the armchair like on this side of the wall, and there's not very much room. Like it's not the largest width of a room, and I couldn't fit like the tripody, or what's it called, ring light thing, in the room with me. So I'd have to open the room door and have the phone set up outside of the room looking in. No microphone, terrible audio, with my little table, my little snack and my little cup of tea. I remember it like it was yesterday doing it. And I remember like trying to get some pictures for the thumbnail, because in my dumb head, I didn't think like people get thumbnail pictures from the content within the video. Like you just get a screen grab. That's what I do now. You get a screen grab. Maybe other people don't. But me, in my head, I was literally thinking like, I'm going to have to sit here every single time and take a picture like... Honestly, my thumbnails would probably be better if I did that. But yeah, for the first Breaking Bad one, the picture that I used for it is not from like the actual reaction. It's just me. I was sat for like 20 minutes after trying to get a picture that would like look like a reaction. Oh, I've come so far, but not far enough. Listening to your own voice is terrible. It really is. I have tutorials for new people at work. I have to listen to myself and I hate how I sound. Honestly, it is. But like I was saying before, I think I am getting to the point where I've like disassociated like me, the Natasha, from the YouTuber Natasha. So when I'm editing, it honestly feels like I'm just editing some other bitch's YouTube video. I'm like, oh, she's funny, haha. Genuinely. Tapped as it is. Okay, I have one tough question. How are your bow skills? Amazing. Have you not seen the last Hobbit reaction that I did? Go to the end of the second half. You'll see how excellent my bow skills are. Manicured thumbnails. Be a Patreon, or at least a member. Do both. Oh, thank you, Gay. You're so very kind. Honestly, what he said. If you want some extra perks, if you want behind the scenes, if you want early access now, because your girl is there, yes, she finally made it to the early access uploader club, do consider heading over to Patreon or my YouTube memberships. I would very much appreciate to have you all over there. And for anyone that's watching that is over there, thank you so bloody much. Genuinely, you don't know. I would write you a postcard. If it wasn't weird for me to ask for all of your addresses and probably against some like GDPR, I would send you all a postcard of thanks. Send me an Instagram if you want to be liable for sending me your address. I'll send you a freaking postcard. I swear to God. Oh, behind the couch with a perfectly good canoe. Listen, speaking of behind the couch, You get a special at the end of the next Hobbit movie that's uploading. Oh, that's a good point. Tonight, as soon as I get off this, I will be uploading the full-length reaction to The Hobbit. That's ready to go. I literally just need to copy the link, send it to Patreon, put it on my YouTube memberships. That'll be up tonight. And for definite, the first half of the YouTube edit will be on Patreon and YouTube memberships tomorrow. If I get a signed autograph from you one day, I can sell it on eBay. Yeah, mate, honestly, whatever you want, pal. T-shirts, mugs, just send me out. I'll sign it. You know, I'm going to be very especially super duper famous one day. So it's definitely going to be worth at least £5. And what more could you want? Behind the couch is where Michael Myers is. Don't say that. Don't say that. Sometimes I actually do get scared about the behind of that because, right, it's spider season, my friends. Oh, I had to become a brave little girl the past few years because when I'm home alone is when all those little motherfuckers decide to come out to play. I've had to, I'm sorry if there's any people on here that love spiders, you want to like be their best friends. I don't. I kill those things, squish, as soon as physically, humanely possible. It's just the way that it is. But it's spider season, and I actually have some storage behind there. And every time I go behind there to put my like lights on for filming, it gives me the heebie-jeebs. One time I found a spider behind there, one time, and it set me off for life. So yeah, occasionally it does give me the heebie-jeebs. I'm just gonna like have a spider crawl over and get me. Do you think they know? Do you think spiders know like how scared we are of them? I think they do, you know. I think at this point they do. They do. Your couch is proper goth looking, to be honest. Contrast to the purple lighting. It is proper goth, to be honest. Before it was this colour, it was like a cream colour, and I had it for my party venue that I owned a few years back. And it was really cute. It was really good for like photo shoots and things. And I couldn't bear to part with it, but it was getting a bit like, nah. So I painted it this colour, and it fits in just nicely with my shelves back there. At heart, I really am just a gothy witchy poo girly whirly. A princess one, but you know. Incy wincy season. Oh, I just spared one yesterday. You're a better person than I am. A better person than I am all round. They all float down here. What do you mean? It was in the Everglades Park, Florida, coming face to face with an iguana. Oh, no, but like iguanas are so cute. I love lizards, me. I would have like many pet lizards. Just in case anyone was wondering. Always put a spider outside. Jessie, man, I can't. I can't physically put it outside. I wish I could. I really wish I could, but the arachnophobia really be arachnophobia, and no, there's loads of them, it's fine. Don't give me a complex now. Don't make me feel bad for them, I can't. I need to sleep tonight. There's so many of them. No, they're evil. They're coming to get me. They will bite me. People don't get bitten by regular spiders, but I would. I'm telling you now. It's survival of the fittest out here. I like geckos so much. No. No, Simon, I can't get on board with you. I love you so much, but I'm just going to have to be a spider murderer for the rest of my life, and we're all just going to have to agree to disagree, and please still love me. But he's got a little personality with hopes and dreams. No, his hopes and dreams are to kill me. What don't you understand? I know the hopes and dreams of spiders, yeah. I know what they are. Kill Natasha. Creep her out. Crawl on her skin. Crawl in my mouth. That's what they do. Do you know that, people? Do you know we eat spiders? I'm actually losing it. I'm actually getting like flustered and warm with how petrified. I know it's a me problem. I'm a terrible person. I also eat meat in case anyone was wondering. Hello, greetings from Germany. Hello, greetings from my place of birth. Nice to see you. Paderborn. They have their place. I know they do. They do. No, I do know they do. I do know they have their place. Their place is outside of my home. I'm not like kill all spiders nationwide, worldwide, globally, yeah? I understand. Man's got a job. And I appreciate your help with the ecosystem. You don't need to be ecosysteming inside my house. Them's the rules. Oh, to be fair, right, hang about. Let me just redeem myself a little bit. I did have a pet spider for like 3 months last year. He was in the top like corner of my shower, and I'll let him stay there. I didn't even attempt to kill him once. I was just like, do you know what? If you stay up there while I'm showering and you don't fall on my head, then me and you've got a pact. I forgot about that, and he abandoned me, and he didn't even say goodbye, and he paid no rent. So realistically, who are the bad guys here? Come on now. Someone's got to be on my side in these comments. Eight-legged freak. Webs on drugs are great. Hi, everyone. I have the perfect guard dog. He sees a spider, he ignores it, and he goes to the cat next door. Our dogs, they don't really go for spiders, and I think it's probably because I've scared them of spiders. Like, if I see a spider, I scream, and I tell them to move out of the way because I want to protect my children from, you know, these huge spiders that are clearly coming to eat me and my dogs. That's what I'm like. That's bad, that, isn't it? Flies. Neela loves to chase a fly around the house. She loves that. And I just let her do it. But like spiders, I literally will like jump like to protect my children dogs and move them away from spiders as though they're actually going to do anything to my dogs. My friend's dogs eats them, like hunts and eats them, which then just knocks me bald because that's not right either. Please get her to watch Arachnophobia. I don't feel like that's going to be my vibe, is it? Have you all seen how I acted to the spiders in Lord of the Rings? Do we need to be doing this to me today? Octopus seems like spiders to me in a way. Kinda. Although I'm on board with octopuses. Those, aren't they smart? They're supposed to be like really smart, no? Like you can keep, like, you know, I wouldn't want to keep one as a pet, but you can like interact with them and like, can't you play chess? I'm shocking myself into a cough. Can't you play chess with an octopus? Have I just made that shit up? Natasha, do you think you can fight the temptation of the ring? Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. Probably not. As groundkeeper's wife says, kill it, kill it. Now we would all despair if she had the one ring. Oh, yeah, Galadriel goes all like bluey and that sepia vibe in this next Hobbit as well, doesn't she? That freaked me out, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's about half an hour ago we talked about the Hobbit. My final thoughts, you'll see them in the full length reaction or in the YouTube edit, depending on what you come for. I will just say I wasn't exactly like thrilled with the end of the storyline. That's what I'll say. I was a little bit bummed out about it. Like, I definitely feel like I could have had a better ending, but you know, that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. It was kind of a bummer of an ending, no? You know? 3 movies for that ending. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. A few of you agree. A few of you agree because honestly, it is like it's kind of like a lame ending, no? I mean, you'll see like my initial reaction to it very, very soon, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer of an ending. I'm not gonna rush to watch them again. I will be rushing to watch Lord of the Rings again. Like that's gonna become part of like my Christmas, like every Christmas watch party is gonna be Lord of the Rings for sure. Because even though you guys know I was sad at the ending for Lord of the Rings for Frodo, it was like we had a way better climax and like loads of little individual happy endings that like I can walk away from it and think, do you know what, that's worth watching again. I didn't feel like that with The Hobbit. I was just like, okay, cool. Glad you all suggested this sad ass film to me. Rude. Gandalf dies. At least they stayed true to the ending in the books. So, okay, so it was Tolkien then. Yeah, I thought so. It felt like him. By the time I finished, I was like, this feels Tolkien to me. It wasn't good. It was good, but it wasn't good, you know? I don't like Thorin's attitude. Me neither. It really like piddled me off. And I did it in two halves for YouTube. Like one after the other. I watched it the same day. I had a little break, took my wig off, made a fresh cup of tea. But I did it in two halves. And the first half is literally just him being an absolute knob jockey for like an hour and 15 minutes. And so like I came into the second half being like, do you know what, I better sort himself out, or, you know, something terrible's gonna happen to him. Like seriously. Seriously. I was like, okay, I didn't mean like that terrible. I was just, you know, playing with words a little bit. I was hoping, you know, maybe we just get him to be ashamed of himself a little bit. Not like growing up in Texas, spiders are everywhere. Oh no. They also tried to make the stone thing a copy of the ring too. No reason why they needed that. The stone thing, a copy of the what? Am I missing something there? You mean like the Arkenstone is what you're talking about, I think. Natasha, you'll love the Wheel of Time. A few people have suggested that actually. Watch Jabberwocky for a fun Monty Python Knights and Dragons series comedy. Oh, I just love the fact that you guys literally give me like suggestions 24/7. It makes my life like a hell of a lot easier knowing what you guys want to watch and then having things for me to watch. But with that said, I think I should wrap it up soon. I appreciate, of course, you all for being here. I thank you for all of your wonderful wishes about my new marriage. I will have to pull Jason onto one of the live streams at some point. I have suggested to him that he does watch a scary film with me. He does pull his face a little, because even though I'm introverted, like, you know, with staying inside, I can be quite extroverted when it comes to being here and like doing the reactions. He's not like that. He would probably forget that it's recording and just say absolutely nothing the whole way through the film, except for like me asking him questions that he doesn't know the answers to, if he's also not watched the film, because I do that a lot when I'm with him. But maybe if like things are too scary, I get that one in. Then I can still close my ears for a little bit, maybe look away, and then I can ask him like what just happened, like I do in normal life. Thanks for the live stream. When will be the next one? I do them, I try to do them anyway, every other Saturday. So the next one will be not the Saturday coming, the Saturday after. Holy Grail. The Ninth Gate Johnny Depp movie is good. Oh, I've not seen that. I've not even heard of it before. A Johnny Depp movie I've not heard of. Excusez-moi. Hey, thanks Kuromi for your healing shield powers. I try. I've always called the Desolation of Smaug Raiders of the Lost Arkenstone. Lol. Oh, I take it my wedding invite isn't coming now. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Very small ceremony. Few family members, couple of pals. I do apologise. They must have all got lost in the post for all of you. 13.3 thousand people did not turn up to my wedding. How rude is that? Okay, so a few of you saying the Ninth Gate is good. I'm going to actually write it down before we go. Quickly, let me get my pen out before I forget. Because I'm really good at doing that. Hang on. I can hear my throat getting bad. The Ninth Gate. Johnny Depp. I'll put that beside it. Smashing. Thank you so much, my guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so freaking much. Again, thank you for your well wishes on my wedding, on my honeymoon. I will share some more of that with you guys on Instagram in the community tab, probably on the next stream. If you have any questions, I'm going to leave a little Q&A thing before the next live stream. I don't think you guys will have any major questions for me, but if you do have any in advance, I can get them written down. I can do a bit of a Q&A, answer a few things. Especially for people that do miss my live streams, I get a few people that do like leave a comment afterwards being like, no, like I wanted to ask you this and interact with you, but I missed the live stream. So maybe that would help them if I do like questions beforehand. Then you can watch it later. You don't have to be here and on my time. You can be on your own schedule. Would love to see you play a game or two. I think I'll have to at some point. I think I'll have to, just while I'm live streaming. Why not? Bust the Mario Kart out. That's where a honey to-do list is started. The honeymoon. Lol. But yes, I had a wonderful time. I appreciate you all so much for sticking with me, wishing me well, coming tonight for the live stream. Please do stick with me as the content comes out over the next few weeks. I'm trying to get it out, sorry, as quickly as possible, but I do want to make sure that I have stuff in advance for my YouTube memberships and for my Patreons. So thank you so much, you guys, for being here with me today. I appreciate it so much. Do consider heading over to Patreon or my YouTube memberships and joining. It really helps me out to keep doing this work and keep going doing it. Obviously, I'm hounding for those YouTube viewers, those YouTube subscribers, because then Google can pay me to do this job instead. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I can just about see your comments here because my laptop's died. Old Toby and a tea. That sounds like a good idea to me. I'm going to go and get myself some food, some Old Toby, and a fresh brew. Thank you so much for being here, guys. You guys know I appreciate you so much. Do consider coming over to Instagram if you want daily stories and random updates and just to see what this oddball is doing. That's where you'll find most of that. It's just my name, Natasha Summers. I'll see you there. Thank you so much for being here with me, especially, of course, my lovely mods, Jessie, and Jason might not even be here still. My own husband might still not even be here. He's probably watching something else on YouTube. Rude. Rude. I haven't seen him comment in a little while. He's getting it after this. He's getting it. Thank you, my loves. I love you so much. Please come and visit me again. Oh, he's still here. Cough. I'll be down in a sec. Pop the kettle on. This throat is literally, these lungs are about to give way. I appreciate y'all so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow, at least tomorrow, for either the first half of The Hobbit or Breaking Bad. It's probably going to be Breaking Bad, but I'll see you there. I love you so much. Put the cup of tea down because I'm about to do my, this thing where I'm like, bye, because I can't turn it off any other way. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah.